Well, crazy weather. It was minus 16 in the morning, which I think is like less than 5 or 3 F. And I spent like half a day working the load board, then decided I needed the supplies, and there's a Walmart, like a big shopping area, couple of clicks away, and I went in like this. I decided not to do the t-shirt like ninja style, but I put it like this, so if somebody starts sneezing or coughing near me, I'll just do it like this, right? And so I went in and I put these goggles on, because you see they have this, right? They have this. So super nice. If somebody spits on you, you're still gonna be okay. But the problem is I made a mistake. I put them on when I was outside the Walmart, and I'm not sure, somehow I made it with this huge trailer. People say this Red Deer is a bad area, lots of theft going on, so I was afraid to leave my trailer here. So I took the whole thing and somehow made it parked behind where the service trucks park, delivery trucks, like this booster. If I just had 4 axles, I don't think I would have made it. But with the booster, I'm telling you, I keep wondering. Looking at this, like, what an awesome piece of equipment. The steerable axle. That's why in Europe, of course, they have like all these trailers where rear axles are steerable, right? But this works very nice, very nice. So anyway, I went inside like this with goggles, and the greeter says, welcome to Walmart. And she's not like wincing or anything, and I felt like a total moron. But then I saw inside, I was there like half an hour, and I saw maybe 4 people in masks. Let me just take my boots off, and I'm dirty as heck, because when I was leaving, for some reason I heard like, that sound that most drivers know that you don't wanna hear, like kind of sound like this, and I was going up on the ramp towards Highway 2 to get back to this track stop, and I hear this, it's like very rhythmic, and I was only doing maybe 60 kilometers an hour, and I stopped, and turns out that stupid thing that I have on my, you see that strap that I got on top of my pusher axle, on the right side, somehow it came undone, and it wrapped itself inside the 2 drive tires. And because that lock, right, how you tighten this thing, it's pretty big, it put 2 holes in my fenders, like at the very end. I'm thinking, what is this, because it's been a while since I checked them, and I once in a while I go around the truck, just check on things, like flat tires and stuff like that. But these seemed okay, but I guess it just, from vibration, it came a bit loose, and it just fell off the pusher axle, went on the ground, and probably the tire went over that thing, clamp, and it jumped up, and it started wrapping around the center between the wheels. So I was ready to cut it, but then I stopped, and I was pulling on it, and just, I don't know, these fenders just are not lucky, But you cannot see it. It's at the bottom, like a chunk like this at the bottom of one fender, and a chunk like that at the bottom of the other fender, where that big lock just went through. And now this is gonna be not for everybody, but for people that like shopping. But basically, this is my dungeon. This is where I'm doing almost like self-isolation, right? That's our supplies over there. I cannot find any laundromat open. I'm running out of clothes, and those are very handy. Well, so far I had like 2 of them maybe, and I'm not sure why I'm still carrying this stuff. I think one of these days I'm gonna throw them away, but then soon we're gonna have summer, right? I bought these you know, disposable coveralls, and they're not very good. Anyway, let me at least open the window here. And so that's what I do. I sit here. Oops. Usually half lying on the bed. Yeah, let's just add some light in here. But I keep these clothes, you know, not to attract attention. So anyway, this is what I got, boys and girls. That's why this video is called shopping for war supplies. And so now you need to know this, what you do in case of an emergency. What do you buy? Very important. First of all, you have to make a list on your cell phone. You go under tasks and they create like a 20 or 30 position list. And then when you're inside the store, as soon as you buy something, you go into delete and you delete that item. So here we go. So I got some of these. Well, first of all, food, right? I love these, you know, protein up, carbs down. Like very low on carbs. Very cool stuff, you know, to make tortillas and stuff like that. You know, like put some veggies, some meat inside. So I got some salami. Genoa salami. These were like $3. You know? But all in all, I can tell you that it came, I was talking to the cashier. I said, what do you think? $100? She says, no, more. I said, 150? She says, I think about 200. And in the end, it was 225 cents Canadian. So I got this. And again, I was very cautious. I didn't want to buy anything which is not wrapped. So I only bought veggies that are wrapped. So at least I can open them and inside it. So I'm going to use this coleslaw for this, to make tortillas together with salami. One thing I forgot to buy was, you know, cheese. I was wandering in that aisle, and somehow I saw something else. I was checking off items on my phone. All right, bag number 2. Very important. We restocked our supply of baby wipes. Very, very important. I'm very happy because I like using these to wipe my hands, you know, because I think they do disinfect. Not sure about viruses, but at least bacteria and dirt. Then I got some toothpaste. That's my favorite because it's like a rainbow colors, you know. So more different Huggies wipes. I like this one. This one is Green Works cleaner, and it's a glass and surface cleaner, but I use it for everything, and it's naturally derived. It says 95%. It's all natural. So there's very little chemistry in here, you know. So it's like biodegradable, you know. Green Works. It was like $3.95 Canadian. And but the best purchase of the day was this. First of all, of course, I was looking for some masks, like nothing. Not even like painter's masks, you know, those regular cheap masks. Like I see the price tags. They were like $5, $8 each, you know, not cheap, because you need a lot of them, right? And they don't give you any protection. But then I look at in the same area there was gloves, and I looked to have these gloves, you know, like 1 pair per pack, and they were like $3, $5. I'm like, what? Where's the big, you know, boxes? And then at the very bottom, it was pretty much, it's very hard to see. At the very bottom, I saw these. I'm like, wait a second. I look at this number, 50. So there's 50 pairs of gloves, disposable gloves, nitrile, latex-free, powder-free, one size fits all, you know? And these were pretty cheap, I forgot, like, so you get 50 pairs for, I don't know, $3.95 or $5. So I got like 3 of these. So now I have 150 pairs of gloves. Very happy about this. And yeah, now I'm using this one, but this orange stuff cleaner, but that's like real chemicals, you know. I like this one better. And so yeah, wipes. They're very nice even to clean, like to clean, you know, your computer, your keyboard, stuff like that. All right, bag number 3. We got vitamins, very important. I couldn't find them anywhere here, so I got some chewable C, calcium, magnesium, E, and that's it. Then I got some Diet Pepsi, and because now I'm trying to drink less caffeine, actually. Pepsi, of course, is an exception, but then I was looking for some herbal tea, so I got this ginger turmeric tea, and I think I like that. That's a bit spicy, which is good for this kind of a situation. And then I got this one. It's also honey bush, mandarin, and orange herbal tea. And then, oh, and I got 2 more of the same. Oh, and I like this one. This is very nice tea. It's called Sleepy Times, Celestial Seasonings. No caffeine, and it's like very relaxing, especially, you know, at night you drink this. It's warm, it's kind of like sweet, but all natural. Great. And okay, I got more of the coleslaw. I got some avocados. Love this stuff. I got like 4 avocados, pretty ripe, ready to eat. And what I do with these, when I peel them off, I peel them and I use them to put inside that roll that I make. So you put this coleslaw and salami. Tastes very good. And then, as I was saying, I'm running out of clothes because I cannot find a laundromat anywhere. And so I got these 2 summers ago. They were $5. Now I think they're more prestigious, so nobody should be ashamed being seen in public wearing these, because now these track pants are $15 Canadian. This is nothing to sneeze at, you know. So I got 2 of these. So now we're good for another 6 months of trucking. One pants for 3 months. All right. No, but these are real handy. I'm telling you. Like, of course, they look awful, but the knees start expanding, but they're very comfortable when you're driving. Like because there's hardly any seams in them, right? Not like jeans. They're very soft. And then we got more veggies. So like I said, I try not to buy any veggies which are not wrapped. So I bought these peppers, and then I got some of these this stuff. I like this stuff also. They're clean, they're washed inside, you know. Alright, then we get this. Well, it's our secret bag. I cannot show you what's inside that one. And the last one is, I got this water. I don't know, I love this water. It's expensive, but it's smart water. And I got 2 of those, and I got 2 of these. So, and last, just for emergencies, I got some peanuts. These what, seasoned dry roasted peanuts. Well, you never know. And that's it. So $200. I think now the dollar is so 200 divided by 1.4, so that's $142.82 US. No load so far. Somebody sent me a CBC coronavirus brief. Strategies for safe grocery shopping. Comparing different types of masks. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. And then somebody sent me here, Florida to Alberta. Hey, please quote me a price to move a 2011 Cat D6 from Tampa Bay to Alberta. Blade is on the machine, no ripper, but has drawbar and weighs approximately 52,000 pounds. Next week move. Like, hold on, I'm in Alberta, between Calgary and Edmonton. I think Florida is not near somewhere here. I think it's probably 3,000 miles away. And he sent me pictures. Yeah, so it's an old, hold on, it's loading. I'm gonna show you. Cool picture. All rusted. D6, all rusted, but there'll be a good load. Except, first of all, I don't want to come back here. Like, I have to go empty, pick this up, and then I end up again in Alberta. Maybe I should ask my buddy from Florida, but I know he cannot go to Canada. So yeah, there are loads. Like, the load board is not empty, but it's all kind of like either too cheap or goes in the wrong direction. You know. But now I'm gonna have a quick lunch. We got plenty of food now, so good for another, I don't know, 2-3 days. And inside, the burger place is still open. They have snacks in the convenience store. They still sell coffee and tea, and it's still possible to get hot water. So yeah, I'm not sure how long I'm going to be sitting here, but there's no reason to go anywhere, right? It's all bad everywhere. So the major thing for me, the major consideration is I'm Canadian, so all my money is in Canadian funds, like at the bank, right? So whenever I'm in the States, sometimes I carry cash, but most of the times I just use my cards. And because they convert to Canadian all the time, you know, it costs me a lot of money to be sitting in the States. Like I always say, like a cup of coffee that in the States, let's say it's $2 US, it costs me almost 3 Canadian. Whereas here, I can get that cup of coffee for $2 Canadian, right? So it's much cheaper for me to sit here than in the States. And so yeah, my trailer payment is spoken for. I have no trailer payments for the next 3 months because in Canada they have this, they're trying to help folks, and they have these deferral programs everywhere. So you can approach your financial company and ask them to give you, you know, like a relief, because there's hardly any work, and I anticipate it can get worse in the future. So I approached my the bank where my trailer is financed, and I said, guys, can you give me any deferred payments? And they said, what are you looking for? I said, well, 3 months would be nice. And 3 days later, I got a amendment agreement, like agreement amendment. Sign here, done. So my next payment is in July. So that's, you know, one load off my shoulders. So now I've been talking to the truck financial company where my truck is financed or leased. But those guys are swamped with requests. I don't think they have this in the States, but in Canada, that's what they're doing for us, you know. And trucking is still an essential business. And so we truck. Like as soon as I find a load, I can go. I don't care. I don't need to self-quarantine because I'm part of an essential business. And also anybody who works around trucking is also essential, like car repair, of course, gas stations, fuel stations, diesel repair, heavy equipment repair, construction. I talked to this buddy who gave me those scraper trucks. I said, how is it looking in Ontario? He says, oh, we're working. He says, we're construction. Construction is essential business in Ontario. We are allowed to continue. So if construction guys are working, there should be work, right? Because you need to move their machines. And now the spring is starting. So we'll see. I feel optimistic, you know, always try to look on the brighter side of things. There's always a silver lining. And one more thing, I was looking at statistics. Well, basically they're saying that the world is ending in US and that 4,000 people died from coronavirus. 4,000 people. And I'm like, wait a second. Yeah, that's a lot of dead people, but how many people live in the States? Okay, and then I did a search. If you don't believe me, just do the same. Just search for number of deaths in US in 2019. And I'm just quoting from memory. Number one, heart attacks or heart disease. 600,000 people died in 2019. 600,000. Coronavirus so far, 4,000. Second place, cancer. 500,000 people died in US in 2019. Coronavirus so far, 4,000. The last number, there was like 9 or 10 positions. The last number I remember was suicide. Suicide was committed by 47,000 people in 2019 in US. Coronavirus, 4,000. Of course, coronavirus, it's only since January, right? But 3 months, so 4,000 people, it depends how you look at it. 47,000 of suicides in 2019. So I would, you know, if this was media doing their work, you know, if I was a CNN or Fox News, I would be devoting a lot of time to trying to find a suicide virus, you know, because 47,000 people died from suicide in 2019, you know, what's going on? So I will leave you with that thought. Thanks for watching. This was my shopping video. So the truck is packed. We're ready. We're looking for a load. Take care.